tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon. I'm Sharon. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's Friday. Right? It's Friday, right? Yeah. I went to a 12 by 12, so I'm presuming, unless everybody's off by a day in my home group, so it should be Friday. All right. We have consented. We have come to the conclusion that today is Friday. So I think I want to read something out of the big book real quick before we get started with giving it away. I'll read from the doctor's opinion. And I'm feeling the weight of something. I got a cold. I'm gonna talk on it. Sorry, that's hard to read. I want to say hi. Illingworth. Oh, Catherine Illingworth. Good to have you. It was nice to have you. Bye-bye. All right. If you are here, please say hello, whether you're watching the live or the rewatch today. Of course, welcome to the Daily Trudge. I am Dion. I am your host, and sometimes I shave. So, cool. Good for you, man. Good to see you, Patricia. Always good to see you. So, I wanted to read out of before we get to giving it away. I wanted to read something. And I want to read this to you because this is the stuff that I do. Okay. I know that there's a lot of people out there that says, call me, we'll help you. You're not going to actually talk to that person. You're not going to, like if Joe Schmo says, and you really want to talk to Joe Schmo because you feel like that's the person that's going to help you, well, good luck. You ain't talking to that person. If I give out my number, you're actually going to talk to me. I don't get kickbacks. I don't get kickbacks for helping people. Okay. I do not get kickbacks for helping people, period. And that's why I want to read this. Okay. Because these are the people that you want to follow, the people that do this stuff. If any feel that psychiatrists directing a hospital for alcoholics, we appear somewhat sentimental, let them stand with us on the firing line. All right. I have a very good friend who went to work at a sober living, right? And I think they're doing a fantastic job, but it can be very, very hard. Smitty, good to see you. I like. Oh, that is a cool ass picture, dude. That is a cool ass picture. I love it. We love Smitty. He's done a lot for us. He's kind of moved on. He's doing his own stuff. But anytime you want to do something with it, we'll end up doing more stuff together. I really do want to get out with the camera. And you know what? That's a fitting thing because I was actually thinking about that. Because I'm like, well, I'm going to go on. I'm going to be like, Tom, why don't I get my camera and take it around with me? People can see what it is that I do. And then I thought, gosh, how egotistical would that be? Would it? Yeah. So I want to do it, but it's got to be about the people. Okay. It can't, I know I'll MC, I'll be on camera, things like that, but it can't be about me. If it's about me, I want nothing to do with it. Unless I'm telling my story to a group. All right. Let them stand with us on the firing line. So that the friend that I was talking about went to work at a sober living, and I was telling them, all right, you now know what it's like to be on the firing lines. That part in doctor's opinion, you understand now. We think this is what happens in AA. No, no, this stuff is taken care of before they even come to AA. So why are you not there? All right, let them see the tragedies, the despairing wives, the little children. You ever been in intervention and hear a kid say, "I just want my mommy back"? I have. Let the solving of these problems become a part of their daily work and even their sleeping moments. Yeah, we get phone calls all times of the night. Alcoholism is a 24-hour disease, man. And even their sleeping moments, and the most cynical will not wonder why we have accepted and encouraged this movement. We feel after many years of experience that we have found nothing which has contributed more to the rehabilitation of these men than the altruistic movement now growing among about them. All right. So if you are doing that, then you can come on here and tout to be an expert. You can tout to do certain things. See, I everything I do, everything I say is something that I am currently doing or have done. I'm going back to work to detox because of what Dr. Silkworth says. I feel so fucking responsible for it. I do. And it's actually not a responsibility that I'm feeling. It's a calling. It's a calling from God. And it's amazing how I can continue to push forward. I find courage I didn't even know I had. And I want to give it away. So let's talk to give about giving it away. God, that was a nice leeway. Great job, Dion. I didn't even plan that. All right. Giving it away. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 159. I don't know if I said it. Hi, Gary. I'm serious. Come spend a day in detox with me. Just come hang out for 3-4 hours. Forgot what page I was looking on. Now I look all stoned because I've been crying. 159. Sorry. This is like right in the middle of a story, but it isn't a vision for you. So I'm just going to, okay. All this time, our friend of the hotel lobby incident remained in that town. He was there 3 months. He now returned home, leaving behind his first acquaintance, the lawyer, and the devil may care chap. These men had found something brand new in life. Though they knew they must help other alcoholics if they would remain sober, the motive became secondary. Okay? You're kidding me. Hold on, my cats are in the food cupboard. If you guys, hey, come on, man. Work with me here, kitty cats. My cat's been chewing on a lot of plastic. Is he just cleaning his teeth, or I'm gonna have to check into that. I mean, I've had cats eat plastic, but this cat is like insistent. Dad, where's my plastic? I must have it. All right. That motive became secondary. It was transcended by happiness they found in giving themselves for others. They shared their homes, their slender resources, and gladly devoted their spare hours to fellow sufferers. They were willing by day or night to place a new man in the hospital and visit him afterwards. Okay. I know that we do the night calls or whatever those are called. And those have kind of replaced our 12/7. And I like that because you hang out with a group for the night. And I think I like that concept. Before you would just get a phone call, you'd meet another person somewhere, and then you go to. There were times I didn't even know the person I was going with. Okay. So, hey, Chris, good to have you, Paula. Um, all right. I'm going to start over on the paragraph. I'm not going to start all the way over since Chris and Paula just jumped on, and I just kind of started that portion. If you guys don't mind, I'll I'll be quicker about it this time. All this time, our friend of the hotel lobby incident remained in that town. He was there 3 months. He now returned home, leaving behind his first acquaintance, the lawyer and a devil may care chap. These men had found something brand new in life. Though they knew they must help other alcoholics if they would remain sober, that motive became secondary. It was transcended by the happiness they found in giving themselves for others. They shared their homes, their slender resources, and gladly devoted their spare hours to fellow sufferers. They they were willing by day or night to place a man in a new in place a new man in a hospital and visit him afterwards. They grew in numbers. They experienced a few distressing failures, but in those cases, they made an effort to bring the man's family into the spiritual way of living, thus relieving much worry and suffering. When you are um when you are working with somebody, okay, do you feel do you feel how raw this is? Because I do, right? Have you ever taken a new man? Now it's detox. We take them to detox, okay? And then when they were out, you picked them up and you took them to an AA meeting. You became their friend. You don't have to be their sponsor, do that stuff. Okay, during this time, they didn't have meetings. They didn't have the big book. They had each other, and that was it. That was it. So when we say that meeting makers make it, eh, no, kinda, and that is under the assumption that you're doing the work, right? A year and 6 months later, these three had succeeded with seven more. Now they're at 10, man. See, see what do you see? I'm at seven people. That's a lot of fucking people. That's a lot for three people to do. It is back in that day because they didn't have the resources we had. Okay, now we could drop them off at detox and go sit in our comfy homes and wait 3 to 5 days, right? Go over there and visit them. Detox lets visitors in. Did you know that? If you have a reason for being there, as long as you're not like a family member, but if you show up and you say, "I'm a member of Alcoholics Anonymous and I brought so and so in, can I visit them?" If you're at Aurora Detox, I will let you in. That's my job. I may hang out with you because I have to, because that's the client, right? Okay. But when was the last time you went to an AA meeting at a detox or at a treatment center? I have been horrible about this myself with the treatment centers. I haven't been hitting those. Okay. And I'm going to need to. I need to. Hospitals. I'm going to be working in hospitals. My job will be to, my job is going to be to get people from the hospital to detox. So, Paula, I kind of know your situation, and if you ever want to go with me, we could do that because I am setting up meetings there. I'm gonna be setting up just just kind of small meetings. It doesn't have to be a big deal. It's when they get out on where they need to go and things, right? Because in the beginning, really what we're working on at Detox, I'd be happy to drive. I'd be happy to drive. Um, Shit gets done. Okay. When somebody else comes, because you have to remember that Detox, most of the people working there are not in recovery. Most of them have their bachelor's degrees. Okay. And no, and that is the reason that detoxes are kind of failing, but it's not their fault. I'm going to tell you something. And the man that is going to be my direct supervisor, his name is Connor. He's younger than me. He is not in the program, but I love this guy. I love him because his heart is so huge. And I actually had a conversation with him. And I said, is it frustrating to go home knowing you haven't put a dent in this at all? And he's like, yeah. And I told him, I'm going to make your job less frustrating. See, it's my job, it's your job for us to make people willing. It is their job to take care of them once they are. Okay, because we have some physical needs, not demands, not wants. Because alcohol withdrawal can fucking kill you. That's why you need a detox. The other thing that we're doing with detoxes, we're going to raise the success rate. They've decided they want to go back to a success rate. You have no idea how exciting that is for somebody like me and you. This opens it up. By the time we're done, everybody in detox will be in recovery. Then we'll have the nurses who can help. And then people like Connor can utilize their bachelor's degree. He should be holding meetings on trauma and how to live life and and these other things. Not working with these people that are trying to get willing. That's not his job. That's our job. And I truly 100% believe it. And things are going to change in Colorado. I don't know if any of you remember Arapahoe House. Arapahoe House was huge. They were a fantastic program until some things happened. Mostly when Joe Wright died. Okay, she was the owner of Arapahoe House and my mother's sponsor. Oh, I know everyone, man. I know. If you've been in the program 30 plus years, I know you in Colorado because stuff, right? So we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna bring it back. We'll have candlelight meetings. The Aurora Mental Health is creating a campus. Why do you think I'm jumping on their bandwagon? They're doing things the right way. They are, and this is slow. I cannot wait till we open our first treatment center. I cannot wait until we open our new detox because it's going to be fucking posh. It is. I'm going to make sure that fucking detox is nice. And there will be a place for people to go smoke. Okay? And I know this stuff will happen because they said, Dion, please come in and make these changes. That's what they have asked me to do. Right? I couldn't have done any of that without the program of Alcoholics Anonymous. There's no way. There's no way that I could have done it if I did not do the steps. Okay. All right. So, Gary, you're replying to yourself. Oh, maybe focus on the topic. All right. Though they knew they must help other alcoholics if they would remain sober, that motive became secondary. It was transcended by the happiness they found in giving themselves for others. I'm going through a spot with one of my sponsees right now, and it's the very high spiritual experience understanding portion, and I'm loving it because I get to sit back and watch. I get to. That's what's neat about it. For me, the high of helping other people is a lot stronger than any drug I've ever taken. And what's cool is the feeling doesn't necessarily fade away. It stays. And I don't get hung over from it. It's a natural high. And why is that important? Because we go right back to the doctor's opinion about that, because our sobriety must have depth and weight. If it doesn't, you're not even going to try and tackle the fourth step. You will just ignore it and eventually go back out. Thank you, Chris, for that recognition. You too, Paul. I know everybody has, so thank you to all of you for the recognition. You've always every single one of you have recognized me in certain ways, and I want you to know that I appreciate that shit. Okay? Because it isn't about me, it's about this. See, I get more benefits out of this than probably you guys do. I don't know. I really don't know. But I know that I get a lot out of this. This is my camaraderie. My friends are here. And I've gotten to know you even through this. I've gotten to know you. Okay, let's finish this up. Those words for Marie. Duh. Those words for me refer to the transference of power. Oh, how fucking neat. Transference of power. I never thought of it that way. And that's really cool. So, what they're saying is God, who has all power, is giving you some of his. Wow. Half of you probably already knew that. I'm just discovering it. Through which God, as I understand him, enters my life. Now, I knew the concept, but not the way that it was written. And I really like that. It makes me feel accomplished. It makes me feel like I've done something. Yes, that's it. And doesn't it seem, I'm going to go ahead and post it. And doesn't it seem, I think that comes back to we're not all sick on the same day, right? And Paula, I hope you don't mind. There's been times Paula's had a hard day and I've talked to her. There's been times when I've had hard days and I've talked to Paula. We're not all sick on the same day. And God provides that for us. But all of us here have open minded enough to see where it's coming from, that it is God doing this. Thank you, Chris. Through prayer meditation, I open channels. Then I establish and improve my conscious contact with God. Through action, I then receive the power I need to maintain my sobriety each day. By maintaining my spiritual condition, by giving away what has been so freely given to me, I am granted a daily reprieve. That's what that was going through my mind during the whole thing, is that what we really have is a daily reprieve contingent upon our spiritual maintenance. And even when we are sick, God still uses us. Yes, he does. Yep. Even when we're down and out, God will speak through us. And all we have to do is be willing. I sit like this because I'm tired of no, watch my hand. See how it goes green right there? I'm so tired of that. It doesn't matter what background I use. It's because the light is straight above my head. That's why, Dion. Okay. All right. All right. What was I saying? Oh, that I sit this way. So anyway, I don't think I really have too much more on it. The daily reprieve is something that we get, and that's where we get to make a choice. And our daily reprieve is contingent on the kind of work that we are doing. And absolutely, Paula. We're all putting in hard work. We're all doing it. We are. if you are creating beautiful things in life, then you're doing it too. That in, and that includes your art, Paula. That includes your art. So, um, and I will go ahead and give a little bit of a shout out here. Chris is in a nursing home, and he is allowed to have visitors. So if you're out in the Lakewood area and would like to visit Chris, he would love to see you. So, all right, thank you guys, everybody, for being here. I appreciate it. We had a lot of people today. Chris, Paula, um, Gary, Schmitty, Patricia. Man, thank you everybody for being here. I love you all. Peace out and have a day.